effects on the community, I want to leave you with the note that this is not by any means, though, a victimless crime. And this is where not just entrapment comes in, because we need to see this, as Shahid alluded to, that this is connected with a lot of other government powers that just completely, and honestly, they're using the fear of us, of course, to get to your civil rights as well. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
So we have a government now, of course, they are probably, a few people in this room might be informants. I know, I saw you guys on Twitter, by the way. There are a couple people who are sending hate tweets to Linda. So I know that there's a couple people who might not be pleased with what I have to say. But of course, they flood our mosques and our schools and our communities with informants. We have torture, that's well known. People blew the whistle on torture in the CIA, and now they're being prosecuted by our so-called Muslim president. We have the NDAA on the books now that allows for the indefinite detention of all of us. And finally, entrapment, where we have cases now where people, these radicalizers, if you will, that are in the mosque who are telling young men, usually people with mental disabilities, emotional disabilities, most of the entrapment cases, the so-called terrorist cases that you see, because there's always someone in an audience that says, well, aren't there actual extremists out there? And I think we need to really investigate that claim, because I'll end on this. Fox News had Justice Napolitano had an episode on his show called, and it was actually, I think this is why the show got pulled actually, because it was called The 17 Plots Since 9/11 That the FBI, quote, foiled. And he went through them one by one, showing how every single one of those terrorist plots that they foiled, in each case, the person whose idea it was, the person who reached out, who sometimes not just pressured, but sometimes bribed young men to commit these crimes of violence, in every single one of those cases, it was initiated by an FBI informant or agent. And when we have cases like Newburgh 4, where the fourth of these, Newburgh 4, was sentenced about 6 months later because he was too schizophrenic to even stand trial. We have Ahmed Farhani, who was bipolar and was institutionalized over 20 times by the NYPD before they planted an undercover informant with him to convince him, after doing drugs with him and everything, to commit a crime. Jose Pimentel, who was just arrested just some months ago, the day after one of our rallies against surveillance, this is a guy so unstable he tried to circumcise himself. Yeah, I know. Maybe the women can't appreciate that, but I think the guys can. These are the type of people that we're manufacturing crimes out of, and this is what the NYPD has come to. When I say NYPD, of course, I mean everyone, because they work very closely with the FBI and, of course, the CIA, which is well documented. And I'm sure that NSA, and we have clues that even the Secret Service as well, all a part of this. Let me end it there because there's just too much to talk about. I look forward to your questions and comments as well, and I look forward to the discussion through the weekend. Thank you.